So, after 3 years of lurking in the background, Mr. and Mrs. Bugs, they got to step into the spotlight. What were you most excited about getting to kind of delve into your characters finally in such a big way?
Well, it was just great to have kind of some meat on the bone because lots of the fans have been saying, "Who are these shadowy bugs? They haven't had much to do." Blah 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 blah. And we kept hoping we might suddenly burst into life, and we knew in the books that we should probably burst into life. We knew that that gold was. A lot of the fans were very concerned about what was happening with the gold, and so it was very nice to. I remember when at the premiere of season 6, the producer being very excited, saying, "Oh, you wait, the bugs this next season, blah blah blah." So we were very pleased, weren't we, Sarah?
Yeah, no, it's been very interesting coming in and back, in and out and in and out, gently being there and having some moments, some nice, Martina's had some nice moments along the way. And we always knew the arc of our characters, so knew that there would be a demise.
We were never treated by anybody as being anything less than very integral to the story, though, were we? It was always very nice.
Absolutely, yes.
We were never made to feel like we were extras. We were
No,
made to feel like we were part of the family.
yes, absolutely. We felt absolutely really part of the show. So it's been
That
delightful.
that's lovely to hear. That's so nice. I think the interesting thing about Outlander is that there are so many characters in the background and they all play an important part in the show. What do you want the message to be that people take away from the bugs?
I think that what you hope for is that you're remembered, that you've brought some humanity to the screen, some humanity to the show, to the story, to the whole, and that people remember you because in
There's
fact
lots of
you don't.
debate as to whether or not they're good or bad people, the bugs. And well, like everybody else, they're a bit of both, aren't they? Part good and part bad. But
Yes, very
I,
human beings. Mm.
yeah, they're very human, and I think they have a very strong bond. And I think that they're very much they try to do their job within the house in at the Ridge as well as they possibly can.
I was wondering when you were made aware of your characters' backstories, when you knew that was going to come into play, did that information influence your performance from the very beginning?
No, I don't think so. I don't particularly work like that. I mean, I'm trying to sort of take it as it comes, and I mean, and the story, of course, doesn't pan out exactly as it does in the book anyway. So in the books, so if you went in expecting that journey to be exactly the same, you'd be disappointed.
Yes,
And
I
you
think
just have, yeah.
I think you have certain essentials of your character that are agreed upon, and I think we knew as I think I said before, the arc of the character, and that was the most likely way it would go. But exactly how that will play out along the way was something that has to be worked out by the writers as they go along, because there's so much in the books and obviously only a certain amount of that can be shown on screen. So there's a lot of hard work to be done by the writers there, sorting it out, and the showrunners sorting it all out. So I think, yes, absolutely, you can't expect to know exactly what's happening, but you've internalized some of what the character is, and then you can pick up a bit more of that as you go along. So it's
I remember
important. Sorry.
first the thing saying there's a thing about Arch having a finger missing and trying to incorporate that into my performance. No, no, we haven't time to do anything like that. So you know what I mean? That it's all kind of as it you never quite know how it's going to pan out, do you, Sarah?
No, no, you don't know about the storyline, but then in life you don't either, do you? You
No,
don't
no.
know. You go with it, you have motivation towards this and that in the moment, and you have in life you have certain plans, and some people have more firmly structured plans than others, and so it's what I think for us working on this series, it was very much like that. But we're in the moment, and things coming at us as they do in life. And that's fine. That's fine. Because on stage, you do obviously need to know what's happening because you're repeating it. Film is a very different beast. So
It's nice because I think coming into this was such a huge plot point that Outlander fans knew about and warned people about. You know, it was one of the things that came up a lot when I was talking to fans, that the bugs, this was coming for them. And so it's nice that we can kind of have that shock value for everyone, that, you know, people that have read the books won't necessarily know what's coming. I think that's a neat element of this show. So yeah, that was really nice to see.
It's certainly
But
a bug crammed episode, isn't it? I mean, suddenly they've burst out of their chrysalis. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, there's a lot going on in this episode. I mean, and even like the explosion, like at the very end of the last episode, and then you got Miss Bug's like untimely death in this episode. There's just so much going on. I do wonder what was that like, getting to be part of these action scenes and getting to shoot very involved scenes, death scenes, explosions. What was it like to go from a very peaceful life for the bugs to a very action-packed episode?
Well, of course, a lot of it is technical. Sorry.
Yeah. No, carry on, Sarah.
My death, this is very technical. So it's just all part of the job, really. And you can't wait to see what it looks like on screen. But, at the time, so for example, when I'm lying in a coffin, when Modina's lying in a coffin, that for me was actually not difficult to film at all. I just lay there being dead, and people holding umbrellas to shield me from the rain. Whereas Arch, my husband, and Hugh is having to act in this dreadful weather and getting colder and wetter. And so, all the other actors had to carry that. They were working against the weather. And so I had a very easy job there, just lying there being dead.
That was the most amazing day. The weather was just spectacular. It was like Armageddon. And I was worried about Sarah lying in her coffin getting soaked.
But I was fine. I had umbrellas over me, but other people,
and it was an epic day, really unforgettable.
Wow, that's good. So the moral of the story here is that you kind of want to be the character that's died in these scenes, because then you'll get to be in the nice, warm, kind of sheltered coffin.
I think that was easy, but actually I have to say the scene that I've now seen, there was some beautiful acting there, and the scene works very, very well. So yes,
it's a beautiful episode. In terms of your entire journey, what do you believe will be the biggest takeaway from your time on the Outlander set?
Oh, good company feeling and being wonderfully well treated. I mean, it's an absolutely jackpot job. You couldn't get a nicer job, really. Could you, Sarah?
No, it was lovely being it's just very exciting being part of such a big show that's already established before you join. It's like joining a wonderful party that's going beautifully, and being part of it. So many aspects, so many different people, and all the areas of the show, the other actors and the production team and makeup and costume. Such a bunch of lovely people. It was really it was a lovely family to join. And
nothing was too much trouble for anybody. It was marvelous. Completely spoiled. I mean, I've just done a job, subsequently done a job in the theatre, and although it was at the very well run theatre, I did miss the fact that there would be somebody saying, "Now, are you sure you can get home okay?" and all that kind of stuff.
What can we maybe tease about Arch's trajectory now that he's kind of the lone bug out in the world? He's got to carry the legacy on. What do you think we can expect?
I think I have to leave that to your imagination, but I mean, I think he's determinedly set on vengeance. Do you not?
Yeah, true.
I think you have to wait and see how it all unfolds. He's not going to go off with his tail between his legs, that's for sure.
Didn't get that vibe from him, no. So it'll be interesting to see when he reappears.
Yeah, good.
Well, thank you two so much for taking the time to speak with me today. Congrats on the episode. It's wonderful. I had a blast watching it. And thank you for playing the bugs for 3 seasons. It's been great watching you guys on screen.
Thank you very, very much.
Have a great day.
And you.